Hello there YouTube, this is ChrisDude193 again, also otherwise known as Omega Snacks, otherwise simply known to most people as Chris. Now, due to the rip-roaring success of my last video, where I think it got like 50 views on YouTube, and the link I put on my Facebook to the video, it got 6 likes and 9 comments, although I think one of those was me, so 8 comments from other people. But I thought I'd just do another video because I more or less felt like it. I quite enjoy the whole talking to the camera thing, so yeah, let's get on with it. So the first thing I would like to address today is this program going to be on tonight, and when I say tonight I mean March 12th, which is today, at 9 o'clock. Nearly knocked over my gamepad there. At 9 o'clock, and it is on Channel 4, and it's called Celebrity Naked Ambition. I saw a promo for this on Channel 4 a little while ago, and I've always had more respect for Channel 4 than the other three, or technically 4 if you're going to count Channel 5, but I'm not really going to count Channel 5 because it's not worth counting. So the other 3 terrestrial channels, which, you know, they're both BBC's and the ITV, the one I've always liked best in terms of just being the best has always been Channel 4, but I suppose I, as a young male, are probably part of their primary trying to think of the word, primary demographic. They're trying to get people like me. So, but then again, every channel is, but still I think Channel 4 caters most for the young folks. And there's this program, Celebrity Naked Ambition, which I wasn't too surprised to see, because they've got all those other programs like, was it How to Look Good Naked, where they get, is it Gok Wan? I like to call him Gook, as a reference to the Vietnam War. But they get him in, and he just kind of gets women to take off their clothes, and it's in no way pornographic or judgmental, because apparently it's supposed to be inspiring and feel good to take off your clothes and have other people look at you, and it's empowering, allegedly, much in the same way that being a crack whore on the streets of Los Angeles is probably empowering. But Celebrity Naked Ambition, apparently, I'm looking up synopsis on the internet, British bombshell Kelly Brook. Those are the first 4 words, British bombshell Kelly Brook. I'm vaguely aware of who Kelly Brook is, just because a friend of mine who is going to remain anonymous like showed me a picture, and he was like, yeah, isn't she hot, Chris? I was like, yeah, alright. She's very traditionally attractive, which is quite boring, really, because they're just all over the television. They're everywhere, you know. They're more common than people who look like me, you know, ugly people. They're more traditionally attractive people, at least if you choose to believe what you see on the television, which honestly you really shouldn't, but because you're exposed to those people all day long in television or on advertising on the sides of buses doing makeup adverts, they've gotten quite boring, really. I mean, yeah. British bombshell Kelly Brook. So to start off with, this is obviously going to be all about looking and judging and going, ooh, sexy, because apparently it's being presented by a British bombshell. British bombshell Kelly Brook hosts this countdown of the A-list stars who have dared to bear in movies. So basically this is just going to be a program where they have clips and they talk about Hollywood movie stars taking their clothes off in films, and that would be fair enough if it was like 20 minutes long. That's as long as you need to go, here's a picture of Angelina Jolie in that film she did about a model, whatever that one was called, Gia or something, Gia. Here's Angelina Jolie in that, here's this actress in this, here's this actor in this, look at his dick. But for some reason this program is going to go on for 2 hours and 10 minutes. It goes from 9 o'clock to 10 past 11. That's 130 minutes I think part of this might be Channel 4. They've kind of realised they don't necessarily have to provide very good programming anymore, seeing as everything's going to go digital soon. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, but I've already covered 5, I'm not going to talk about 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 being channels which everyone in the country will watch, because unless you have digital, those are the ones you watch. Because the digital switchover is coming, they're not necessarily trying as hard to provide the kind of programming that you would expect from what is a quarter of the mainstream TV channels that everyone will get to watch. So yeah, but as part of that is the digital switchover is coming to where I live. Apparently it's in 2 stages as well, which I thought was quite interesting. Stage 1 is the 30th of March 2011, and Stage 2 is the 13th of April 2011. Now I've looked up what these 2 different stages mean, but firstly I have my own idea about what the stages would be. The first stage would be them turning off all of the analogue channels. The second stage would be when the old people notice, 2 weeks later. But no, apparently they're just going to turn off BBC 2, terrestrial broadcasting, and then 2 weeks later all the other channels are going to follow suit. So they're doing one channel first, and you have to retune your digital equipment to pick up available channels, and then all of the other channels are going to be switched off. Now this, in my opinion, and this isn't just my opinion, it's fact because I'm never wrong, but this digital switchover thing, it's considering the amount of emphasis that's being put on green living nowadays, especially by the current government. They're going on about how carbon emissions, bloody bollocks. But if you keep in mind just how many televisions are going to be thrown away, just you know, the televisions and the aerials, are all, so much stuff is going to be made obsolete, and it's going to be put into landfill, and it's never going to be used again. All that is being made obsolete because of this switchover initiative, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you want to watch the digital channels, you go out and you buy a digital box, and then you watch the channels, or you get a television with digital already built in. But apparently now you have no option. It's almost like television license. It's just another kind of tax. And yeah, if you want to watch those channels, if you want to go on watching any more television, you have to possibly get a new aerial, possibly get a new television. But the TV license fee is going to stay exactly the same, despite all of these outstanding expenses that are going to be coming in. I think that's pretty fucked up, if I'm honest. Yes, I had another point I was going to go on with the TV licensing, but now I can't quite remember it. Yes, and as well as that, you've got the wastefulness of all of these televisions and things being thrown away. Then you also need to keep in mind the amount of pollution and resources that will be put into producing the new televisions, the new digital equipment required to still watch television. And in a day and age where conservation has apparently become so important that you know, you shouldn't be driving your car anywhere, you should be getting the bus, despite the fact that bus services, especially where I live, are absolutely fucking appalling. And the government is still standing behind this initiative to basically cause cause virtually every person living in the country at least some hassle. And you know, if you're some old say you've got an old widow, you know, living somewhere on her own, you know, doesn't have any family left, you know, maybe her, you know, doesn't even get on with her neighbours very well, and she's very much on her own, and then one day her television just goes off and she doesn't know what to do about it. You know, if you reach a certain age, you will be just over the hill when it comes to technical stuff like this. I will be one day, and well, hopefully not. I'll probably kill myself before then. But yeah, so you keep in mind all of these old people who are just going to be left out in the cold, you know. A lot of them, as sad as this is, television could easily be their only real companionship, you know. You know, they just like to they watch the game shows, they watch Coronation Street, EastEnders and all that, and that could be in some cases all they've really got left. And I think the fact that the government is so unconcerned by that and the amount of hassle they're going to cause and the pollution And the fact that, you know, some people might just decide, no, fuck it, I'm not going to buy a new aerial, I'm not going to buy any television, I'm not going to pay for another TV licence because I'm not going to watch television anymore. You keep in mind that television has been losing ground to the internet for several years now, especially with younger audiences. You know, why would you bother watching television? Why would you tune in at a certain time to watch a certain programme when you can just go online and either you can watch that programme later at whatever time you want, or you can go on YouTube and watch other people's videos, you know. There's a chap on YouTube I quite like, a chap on YouTube I like called Ashens. He does buys things from pound shops and reviews those. He also does some technical reviews. I would much rather watch one of his reviews than an episode of some crap TV sitcom, you know. And on top of that, you don't have to sit through the adverts. Of course, you don't have to on the BBC either, but comedy on the BBC is kind of an absolute abortion in recent years, most of the programmes. I mean, bloody hell, that Miranda programme that won, I think the programme itself won won some award, and the woman for her work on that programme won some other award, and it just looks so bloody juvenile, that programme, you know. You compare that to, I know, Peep Show, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm trying to think of other sitcoms I really like. Peep Show, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's quite a crude one, but I like it. Even King of the Hill. King of the Hill is probably my favourite animated programme ever. You compare these things to each other, and it's really no surprise, given what's happening in television at the moment, that so many people are just not watching it anymore. I barely watch it. And I think I'm a fairly typical representation of kind of middle-class teenagers, sort of. So, I think I've run out of things to say. You can go away now, because I will as well.